Hello, everybody. We've got bad times ahead of us. Bad times ahead of us. Did you know what? I've been thinking about this a lot. This coronavirus shit. Now, not only is it because the third world wiped their arse with a fucking shell and then they cook food in the street because they're filthy animals, but now everyone's got to get it because this world just it don't make sense no more. Now, if I'm God, I'm thinking to myself, well, hang on a minute. Whatever happened to this Garden of Eden idea that I had? What's happened to everybody saying, oh, well, once upon a time, you get a majority of people, and the majority of people come to a consensus about sensible, logical behavior. But in the last 5 years, it's gone fucking mental. The only people that matter are transgenders, fucking gay lesbian community, and nobody else, or ethnic minorities. Nobody else matters anymore. Now, this is a strange situation for the world to be in, where you just give away your culture and say, yeah, go and take it. You deserve it. You're a persecuted person. You didn't invent all this stuff. You didn't build all these roads. You didn't build all these buildings. You didn't know what a steam engine was, but fuck it, we're going to give it all to you, and then you can run it into the ground because you're all fucking useless cunts. Anyways, hello everybody. I agree, Ray. Yeah, I agree. I agree too. I agree too. And I think now those of us with pointless existences, and I don't include me in that because I go out, I work. I'm still at work at the moment, even though I was supposed to go to Abu Dhabi last week, and I got my ticket and everything. Now, what I can do, because they give me the money for first class, but what I usually do is get some shitty old flight, like lastminute.com sort of thing. So I save myself a lot of money. But I just got to the airport. I got a phone call. It says, no, you can't go now. Now, a couple of weeks before, I'd come back out of Abu Dhabi, and there was no problems at all. But there was a bit of a um, there was anxiety. I remember that much. But now I don't think I'll be able to leave the country at all now. So I'm kind of stuck. But hey, what the fuck? Anyway, let's read. Hey, nice guy Nick. Nice guy Nick. I've been wanting to speak to you because I saw you on. You're an amazing person. An amazing person. We've got to talk. You've got to talk. Anyway, listen. This is the dire warning towards vinyl nerds because a lot of vinyl nerds, they're living with their parents still, even if they're in their 50s. And they're kind of oddballs that don't go out very often. And they've got this serving hatch in their bedroom. And all that mother sees of the son is this hand coming out to grab his fish and chips and then close the hatch again and listen to small Beatles music. Now, the thing is, God did not put you on earth. He put you on earth to listen and enjoy music, but he didn't want you to get 16 different coloured albums. Oh, this one's in a cherry pink and apple blossom wine vinyl colour. No, he didn't want that because for every time you're wasting money on this shit. Now, fair enough. Uh, if you got Ringo Starr's greatest hits, that's all you need. Ringo Starr's greatest hits. But if they re-release Ringo Starr's greatest hits, it said, "Oh, we're going to do it in 6 different colours," and you lot are all going to go out and buy it. Now, all right, it's very selfish behaviour. It's a waste of money, and it's your money, yeah. But I think that God's thinking, well, you're not really doing much with your life. You're not doing what I put you on this earth to do. You're just bimbling about, wasting money, and leaving a huge carbon footprint because these things, they're unnecessary. They're unnecessary. All you need is one Hey Jude, one Let It Be in your life. All right, two Let It Be's because it's two different versions, or three if you want to get the Let It Be naked. So shame on you all, and you're all gonna die. But you've got to remember, I'm not a superstitious person, but I really do think, and I've been thinking this for a while now. Christ, if God looked down on all of us and thought, this is what I fucking created in the year 2020. He'd think, about time I put a plague on Earth again. Because we're not allowed to kill anyone, we're not allowed to insult anyone anymore. And, the population's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And naturally, we've had wars, we've had horrible diseases. Now we can combat a lot of that. I mean, you used to it when I was about 7 or 8. You'd get these news flashes come on. We didn't care because they were foreigners. So, there'd been an earthquake in Burma. 2,000 people have died, and you think, yeah. Or the news used to report it like this: 5,000 people die in floods. 2 English people are there. You know what I mean? And we'd only care about the 2 English people, really. Come on, come here, you young lady. What do you think of vinyl nerds and coronavirus? Anyway, let's read some of these questions. Yeah, okay. I can't read your name. Is it Gaz Riley? It's good enough with just one copy each. I don't need her. Yeah, you're right, nice guy, Nick. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Hi, Tom. Hang on. It just depends on the colours, though. Yeah. I know, but do you want to know where I didn't have a lot of coloured vinyl when I used to collect all the albums because there wasn't a lot. I never had the blue vinyl blue album, but I had the picture disc Sergeant Pepper and I had the picture disc of Abbey Road. But even at the time, I was thinking, do I actually need this? Um, and I also had a very rare red version of the Girl Is Mine single. Yeah. And a picture disc, which apparently wasn't even officially released. They're all gone now, so don't try and, offer me a problem. I expect there's some hanging about. Yeah, so my mum and dad bought me the Red album in 1978, Christmas. And it was on red vinyl. They thought it was quirky. I was a little bit grumpy at the time because I thought I don't really want it on a red vinyl. I just want a black one. Because later on, I had to go and buy it on black anyway, just because it looked better. It don't look better, but if I get all my albums out, and then all of a sudden they start going different colours, I'm thinking to myself, "Ruh." And besides, we all know that the quality of different colour vinyls and picture discs is not that good. I never thought it was anyway. This is generally accepted in the vinyl nerd community. Excuse me, please. I just need to have a sip of my coffee. I'm not really drinking. It's like that. It's like those soap operas, like everyone's drinking a pint and they're not even drinking it. Morrissey's new album is on red vinyl. You know what? I haven't heard his new album. Is it any good? Is it? I like Morrissey a lot. I like Morrissey, but I like the Smiths better. You see, I mean, that they spoke to me. This is when I kind of stopped collecting. It was about 1984 and 83, and I started not collecting so much Beatles stuff. I was getting every single release, but it got to the point where I was buying Borrowed Time by John Lennon, which isn't even a real record, on 12-inch, free poster. And I thought, no, it's not even a good song. So why am I buying all these different versions? And that was about that. When some people claim something to be virgin vinyl, it's not. Most albums are made of recycled. I don't know about all this virgin shit. I mean, I'm hoping that everything is recycled now because, save the planet and all that. Less green footprint. All right. Yeah. And no traveling on supersonic jets. All right. So that's all out the window now. Oh, God, if only I was in Disney World right now, I'd be happy. Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, let's see. Haven't listened to a Morrissey album yet. Vauxhall and I. You're the one for me, Fatty. Now, who else we got? We got 5 people watching. So I know there's 1, 2, 3 of you. But who are the other 2? If it's you, Mayo, you better show yourself. Oh no. Gaz Riley, sometimes we can't help it. I do a lot of traveling on planes and I hate flying. I've got to tell you, I really do hate flying. It's just because I get bored, because I'm a drinker and a smoker and a drug user. These are, you can have a couple of drinks on the plane, but you still feel a bit guilty, don't you? And it's top dollar. I ain't paying it unless I'm actually in first class or something. I got to pay for my drinks. And if you're on EasyJet, it's £4.45. That's about £5.60 for a can of Stella that big. It's fucking outrageous. And then you got all the bullshit of getting in and then getting off. Oh, I hate it. I really do. But when I get to the other end, I'm usually looking at big money. You know what? I got 2,000 quid for 3 days' work. 2,000 quid for 3 days' work. So really, I mean, I don't have to do anything for a couple of weeks because I've got plenty of spondoolies, but it won't last long because my wife maybe she won't go out shopping, but she can't at the moment because of the coronavirus and all that. But rubber gloves, face mask, be sensible, people, and keep away from kids and old people because I mean, we want to stay alive. We want to beat this. I don't suppose any of you lot remember the bubonic plague, but at the end of it, the working class people had a much better deal because prices. If you're not going to pay me the right amount of money, mate, I'm going down the road because most of these workers have died from plague. So he's going to give me top dollar, come and work for him. And you see, that's how it goes. Less people, more money for the survivors. Anyway, Gaz Riley, what's it? Yeah, all flights are boring. Yeah, I hate them. Oh, nice one. Cathay Pacific. I'll tell you what, um, Emirates and Cathay Pacific are the best airline services I've been on. I mean, honest, that's suck your cock for you if you ask them nicely on tip top. If only we could get service like that from, I think the worst one I ever went on. Well, I mean, EasyJet was, I mean, it was like a fucking animal. It was like a fucking circus when I was on. I was about October. Oh my god, it was hell. I actually literally elbowed this woman in the face because she kept putting her feet in between the seats with a sock. So first of all, I whacked her foot, and then she moved back. And then she started making a fuss about somebody had made the seat wet or something, that she wanted to be upgraded. And to the stewardess, I says, this woman's really annoying me. And I said, she's talking bollocks. I said, I saw her spill some water on that chair just so she could get upgraded. And they said, it's all right, we know. Honest, I wanted to strangle the bitch. I really did. And that's what you get. That's what you get if you go, cheap budget airlines. But anyway, we mustn't talk about that anymore because the less flying we do, the better. Uh, um, I ain't got my watch on me, baby. 16, 38, 58, something like that. What's that? 4 o'clock? 4 o'clock? 5 o'clock? Uh, just reading these. Yeah, you're right. It's about 5 p.m. Upgrade at EasyJet. Good luck. Yeah, no, they know because they know what English people are like. It takes a pom to smell a pom, as they say. You can't get fuck all off EasyJet, I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you a good one, though. I was on Austrian Airlines going from Turkey, and they um, they go around with bottles of wine. So, although this was quite a cheap flight, and I thought, well, a girl next to me, she said, "Oh, I don't drink red wine. Do you want my drink?" I said, "Yeah, go on." And so I started drinking a drink, and then I'm thinking, "Oh, I want some more." So I drank my one as well, And then I goes up to the stewardess and I said, "Excuse me," um, I said, I get a bit scared when I'm on these flights." I said, and they go, "Oh, what can we do for you?" And I says, "Well, uh, can I have another one of those drinks just to calm my nerves?" And they fell for it, give me another glass. Yeah, cheers, mate. I mean, on EasyJet, that costs you about 7, 8 quid. Bonus. But, it goes both ways because, I might have I've saved a bit of money this week, but also I've unfortunately broken my coffee machine, so there's no espresso for me for the foreseeable future, which guts me because I love my coffee, mate. I love my coffee. All right. Yeah, you're right. Loose seats in the plane. Yeah, they don't always allow that though, because you've got to balance out the plane. Because if you've got a big fat bloke on one side and then you're on the other side, they're going to need 3 or 4 people. To, it does actually work like that. So I mean, I'm not the heaviest bloke in town, which is good news, but you know, I do worry when fat people are on board, especially if I'm sitting next to a fat person, because we don't get American seats on our planes. I mean, you are really cattle class. So you see, when it comes to flying, it's not an enjoyable experience for me. I hate it, and I just want to get it over and done with. And if I've got to go with all the scumbags to where I'm going, I'll do it if I can save 300 quid because what's the point in paying extra 300 or 400, 500 pounds and you're still on the flight and you're still fucked off? So why not just get in with all the animals and still be fucked off? And then you've got 300 quid to spend at the other end. Shekels, neckles. Anyway, Morrissey. I know, Tom. I know. I tell you what, I told you about this time, and I was. I think this was also in. Well, it doesn't really matter where it was in America, but I do remember seeing this bloke, and he was on wheels, and he was just flowing out of this chair, and I thought, my God, you got yourself into this condition, mate. You ate all those burgers. Nobody forced you to eat them, and now you can't stop eating. And I bet you he was on his way down to some fast food joint as I saw him, and I just thought, what is the point of your existence? I mean, you haven't even seen your willy in God knows how long. That's serious. A man's got to see his dingaling. Flight to Australia is pretty long. You usually stop off a couple of times though. You stop off, I think, in Dubai, and then you stop off in Singapore. Because when I was going to the Philippines, and I had to stop off at Singapore, and I stayed there for a few hours. Fantastic city, fantastic. If you've never been to Singapore, go there. I mean, it's one of my favourite places in the whole world. It really is. I was 20. Oh, via Honkers. Yeah, my wife, she when she went to Australia, she went to Honkers. 22 hours. Woo, woo. It's bad enough going to bloody America, though, isn't it? Oh, I had this rugby player last time I was in America. Or was it? No, I think I was in the Caribbean. But I got on this. Oh, it was Thomas Cook Airlines. It's fucking. Oh, it was awful. And there was a bloke behind me, and he was where you adjust the seats and everything, and he kind of got himself in a situation where he was kind of trapped in between the front and the back people who adjusted their chairs, and he was getting all stroppy about it. I says, "Tell this bloke to fuck off, will you?" And then he started getting up like this. And then there was two queers come over and said, "Would you mind sitting down, please, sir? Really, we're going to have to land the plane." And I thought, Land the plane. We're in mid-Atlantic. Where are we going to fucking end up? Atlantis. Anyway, it all ended happy. So we got where we were going. Flying for nearly a whole day. Yeah, I know. Well, this is it. I hate wasting time. I hate dead time in my life because I always like to be busy doing something. Even if I'm standing in a queue, I like to read a book or something because I'm constantly, constantly thinking all the time, even when I'm asleep. Do you know what, Tom? I don't know if you were there, but I was moaning the other day about talk more talk with the introductions going on for 20 minutes. Well, I'll tell you how this affects me because a lot of the time when I want to watch the vinyl nerds, I don't get all that much time to listen or watch your shows really. So I'm just sort of like, at the end of the night, I'll sort of leave YouTube on and then I'll listen to it and fall asleep. So I've got something to send me to sleep. Not like you're making me fall asleep because I've already decided I'm going to sleep, but I want to drift into sleepiness by listening to stuff, people's opinions, whatnot. And of course, I'll get you talk more talk on. And then I'm sort of dozing off like this, thinking, wonder if I've got anything to say. And all I'm getting is, did you know Kenny Rogers, who actually smacked Paul McCartney's ass at the Chase Stadium 20 years ago? He's dead now. And you think, well, all right, we know that. We know. We don't want to hear about it. Get on with the music. Get on with what you're talking about. Straight onto it. So you see, this is where it's a problem because I'd fallen asleep when I'd only just got into whatever you was talking about, instant karma and give peace a chance, which is an interesting subject. But I'm not, because I've got 20 minutes of Kenny Liggins talking, and I'm asleep before I get to the meat and veg of the conversation. I never got to hear what Kit O'Toole thinks of Give Peace a Chance. I'll have to rewatch it, but I mean, anyway, listen. Anyway, look, I'm only here really because I just wanted to warn you, vinyl nerds everywhere, that God is going to punish us, and some will die, some will live, but we don't know where this is going. We don't know what's going to happen. It could be a big thing. Nobody's got a cure for it yet. So be careful and keep away from people, which is a bit of a problem because you see, and I've got to tell you something. My daughter Melanie and I have two granddaughters as well. I can't remember their names, but I can't let them come around to see me at the moment, and they like to come and see their old dad, their granddad, and whatnot. But what can I do? I can't let them loose because they might give my Mavis the bug. I'll never forgive myself. She's all I've got in my life, for God's sakes. Oh, you off, Tom? Yeah, see you later on. Yeah. Chat soon, baby. Chat soon. Well, I mean, I've got to go soon as well. I've got to go soon, but I like I said, I needed to tell you my thoughts about this thing because it's very serious. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. If you're in a city like New York or London, you're fucked. Hey, James Byers. Tally ho.